Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a wonderful week this week. So this week, what's popping and dropping is a label with piano pop-up card. And this says just a note to say you rock. And that's what it looks like on that side. And then we have our piano. Now there's two cards today. They're going to be put together basically the exact same way. So I just thought it would be fun to do two files. So this one is just a note and the other one is called Wild Thing. So why don't we go ahead and head over to Design Space and I'm going to show you what comes in each of those files. So why don't we go ahead and I'll meet you over there. Okay guys, here we are in Design Space. This is the piano and label Wild Thing pop-up card. When you open up the file, it's going to look something like this. I am going to be printing pretty paper today. Now before we head over to the craft table, I'm going to show you how I was able to download my pretty paper. We're going to head over to craftstarters.com and this is where we can download our digital paper. We are just going to be using this for free personal use only. If you need a commercial license, they do offer that also. So right here on this green teal color, it says free download for personal use. So we'll click on that, and a shout out to craftstarters.com for allowing us to use this. And then as you can see, it's downloading up here in my upper right corner. So I'm going to click on that. And it says it's an animal print digital paper. You can click on that file folder. And then once you click on the file folder, it'll bring up this zip file and it says animal print digital paper. And if you just double click on that, it's going to open all of the paper that they have. The one I chose to use is the zebra print digital paper. If you double click on that, it'll pop up a screen. Once you click on that link, it'll pop this up. And then what we can do is go up to our print. We'll click on the printer up here at the top, and then your print screen is going to come up. Now I printed mine on hot pink cardstock. It's up to you which color you want to use, or if you want to use a different print than the zebra. But if you go up here to your orientation and if you change that to portrait, you'll be able to get two cutouts of your pretty paper on, so you only have to use 2 sheets of this. And then we're just going to hit the print button and send it to our printer. Again, another thanks to craftstarters.com for allowing us to have access to this. So if you'd like, we can go ahead and get our paper printed, get our pieces cut out, and I'll meet you back at the craft table and I'll show you how we're going to put this together. I'll see you there. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get out our card base and our pretty paper. Again, I just want to shout out to craftstarters.com for the free file that you can use for personal use. We can go ahead and work our card base and put our pretty paper on, and our card is going to be going long ways this week. So why don't we go ahead and do that. Alright, so we have our pretty paper done. Now let's get out our pieces for our label mechanism part so we can go ahead and decorate it. And before I put my label on, I'm going to go ahead and put my letters down. And I am using vinyl for my letters. So now we have our letters on our label part. Let's put our pretty piece that's going to go right around the rim of our label, like so. So let's go ahead and put that on. So now what we can do is work our piece here. We have one score line at the top, and then right here on each side we have a score line. So I'm just going to work that down like so. And then I'm going to work that top score line there. Then we can go down to the bottom of our piece and we have a score line right here on each side, and let's work those. And all of these are going to be mountain folds. And then our next score line is right here. Let's work it. And then the last one is down at the bottom, and we can work that one also. And so with our piece work, it should look something like so. To put it on, we're going to take this score line that's closest to our label, and we're going to line it up in the score line of our card base here. I'm going to be centering this piece in my card. Then once you have it lined up in your score line, so see our score line here is lined up with the score line in our card. We're going to hold it in place, and on each of these tabs on the side, we're going to put a little glue and then just fold them underneath. So let's do that. And then without moving anything, we can lay this tab at the top down and put glue on it, and then we're going to fold it underneath and adhere it to our card base. And when you're doing this, you just want to make sure you're not catching your little hump of your label in that piece. I forgot to work my score line on this little U down here. So what you can do is just pick this piece up and then fold it back to work that score line. So now it should be worked. Okay. Then what we can do is lay this piece all the way back flat. And then at that first score line here, we'll fold it back like so. And we're going to put glue on this bottom tab and then fold our card into it. So we have our glue. Now we're just going to put this down and give it a good rub. And then when we open it up, we should have something that looks like this. Now before we go any further, I'm going to do the front of our card. So for the front, I have the silver piece, pink piece here, and we're going to put it on top like so and center it. And then I'm going to put my wild thing in the middle of this. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I'm just going to center it in my card. I think I'm going to put more towards the bottom, like so. And then for my back, I'm just going to use one of my labels that I had left over. So what we can do is get out our pieces for our piano. And this is going to work the same as our other piano. It's just a little bit smaller. So at the top of our piano, we have one score line, and that's going to be a mountain fold. And the bottom two also are going to be mountain folds. So let's go ahead and work those. So when you're finished, you should have a piece that's looking like that. So now we're going to get out our top keys. I'm doing mine in pink, and we're going to work these score lines. So we have score lines all the way across the top, and then we have another set of score lines all the way across the bottom. put your fingernail in there and just work it back and forth like so. And then go ahead and work that one at the bottom. And these are all going to be mountain folds. And then when they're worked, you should have something looking like that. So let's go ahead and finish the other three. And then once they're all worked, you should have something looking like that. Now let's take our white piece, and this rectangle long piece is going to line up with the edge of this piece here. So you should have 2 holes, a space, and then 3 holes. So we'll take this piece, line it up to the edge of our white piece like so. We're just going to take and put glue just on this tab section here and put it on the top of our white piece. So let's do that. Now this is the fun part. You just take these little notches and you just work them through those little holes we have cut out on our white keys. And it'll go in just like that. And we don't have to worry about any glue or anything. And then once you have it worked, it looks like a piano. Now let's get our card back out. And this section here is going to bump and line up exactly with this bottom black piece here. So it will go like so. And we can take glue from our pink all the way up to this score line here. We don't want to go past that score line. So we have our glue on this. And I'm going to try to do it so you can see. So I'm just going to line the bottom edge right up to the floor of our card and then the back of it on our black piece. And that's what it looks like on underneath. And then this is the top. So for this piece, we're going to have our score line folded down that's here, and then this guy. I'm going to try to do it so you can see. So I'm laying this flat, and then once I have it as flat as I possibly can with my glue on it, then we'll just fold our card down on top of it. So let's just put glue on that bottom tab there. So there's my glue on my last tab. I'll try to do this so you can see. Just laying it flat as I can. See how I'm laying it flat in there like that? And then I'm just going to take this and fold it down on our card. And then when you open it up, we have our piano. I'm just going to give that a good rub in there. Now what we have left to do is to decorate. I'm going to take these music notes down at the bottom of my card. And then we have some other decorations we can put on. I'm going to take one of these big hearts here and I'm just going to glue it down at the bottom like so, right in that little U section. And then I think I'm going to take some of these little music notes and put them on like some of these piano keys. Alright guys, so we're finished with our card. This says Wild Thing, and then we open it up and I've just added some music notes and hearts here. And it says you make my heart sing, and added some more music notes down at the bottom. And then I had a leftover label I used for the back, and then just added some music notes around it. And then our other one has our charms on it, and then you open it up and it says just a note to say you rock. And then on the back we have a place where we can write a message. Two really cute choices this week. I really like the contrast of the blue and the white and the green on this one, but I'm sure whoever gets these will really enjoy them. How do you make a bandstand? You take away their chairs. Guys, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and crafting with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to stop by next week to see what's popping and dropping. Bye.